So next one I did was communications, and not gonna lie, this was really detailed compared to the original one, which looked like this, and it didn't look that bad. I mean, the headphones was here, the downloads there, and all that. But when I searched for the picture, it looked much different. So the walls I think are a little too light than the original. I'm not sure though. And the floor looks pretty good. I changed the floor and the walls, and I also searched for a server in Toolbox. Whoever made the server, thank you so much. I searched for server on Toolbox, and it gave me this, and it looks really perfect for communications. And I just put a part, and then I made it brown, and I just did a part, and then I made it like this, and then I just made it floating as usual, and I made it anchored so it wouldn't fall, and I made it brown. And then I also searched radio in Toolbox, and that's what popped up, and I really love it. And also I got the headphones that he had, which were like this I think, and I put it here, which it is there. And then I also searched for paper, which is just, I didn't really search it. I just got a part, and then made it smaller, and then made it white using the properties tool. So I also added download here, which is the thing I made from navigation, yeah, I think. And then I also did divert power, and I added a wire here. So I copied the shelf and I placed it here on these two, and I added a keypad because for some reason when I saw there was a little keypad there, and I had a mouse and a mouse pad, which was really nice. And I added the screen right here, which I got from here. Like I just changed the colors, and I added a keyboard, which is really nice. And when I did this, I did this part right here where it's like it was a little curving, which I noticed it looks like the one from Nav. So I got the one from Nav, I placed it here, and then I just made the color different as usual. And I searched for old TV in Toolbox, and this is what popped up, which is my favorite detail of communication. So whoever made this model, thank you so much. And I also just made a part, and I searched for a decal which had speakers, and it did. So I put the speakers on the part, and I also added headphones, which is nice from here. So like the headphones were here, and if you look outside if you look from afar, it looks really great. And I got the chair from Nav, and I put it over here, but I took off the legs because it's floating. There's a floating chair. So I had a light, and it looks really good compared to the first one. So the next one I did was shields, and it was really straightforward because it just looked like this, which didn't look that accurate, but it was really nice. And how there were 3 lights and 4 lights, and there were like makeshift railings, and there was the wires, and there was a little circle thing if you look at the actual map, and there's a vent, and there's this, which is nice. So I went to the actual map, I changed it, and then I added like a cylinder. Actually no, I got a sphere, I made it smaller, and then I got a cylinder, and then I rotated it as usual to make it upright, and I did sort of something like, so I added this, and I don't want to rotate it. So I did this, and I added the sphere here, and I made the sphere here, and then made it a little smaller, and made it move so that it makes like a half semicircle here, and I made it both of them like glowing and yellow, which is nice. So I'll delete those real quick, and I added all of those, and I added a little stem or like a little base for it for the floor, and I put 4 over there, 3 over here as usual. And I made the floor like a little hollow so that I could put wires, which it looks really great from here, because if you look at the original map, it only looks like this, which is nice. Like there's no wires, but it's nice that it was like the floor was like floating but like connected, it's like a bridge. So I got a part as usual. I got block part, and then I made it small, and then I made it this color specifically because that's how it looks like. And then I also changed the floor to gray, I think, and I made it yellow, and then I connected it. I made the wires look as accurate to the Skeld map as possible, and I also took out the Roblox decal that he had because I don't think it actually fit, but I just didn't put anything because if you look at the shield icon, it looks like a turtle because that's how the ship looks apparently. And I also added these parts were like consoles to the shields, you know. I added like a little part. I added a little part, and then I added a triangle, which is a wedge, and then I also put it here. I also put like black parts on it, and I put a vent, and I aligned the vent because in here it was just too like big, and it was just in a way, so I made it a little smaller and I put it here. And I also searched railings, the same ones I got from here, and I searched also the curve railings so I could make it, you know, a little better. And then I made it curve here, curve there, as it actually is. And I also made a circle, the one he had from here. If you actually look closely, it's like the little circle, like this one right here. I made it a different color, and I also changed the floor color and the walls so it actually looks like it. And I also added this, which is nice. I also added the divert power task, and the floor is kind of glitching there, but nonetheless it looks really nice. After shields, I did O2. So O2 in the original map looks like this, and there's just a little grass here, which is not even grass, is just a cylinder that's like smaller than this one, and then it just got shrunk down. It's like, but I like the detail, like it's half transparent, it's blue, and just like all of these, which is not that detailed. There's also the trash task, and then he also had a keypad, which was nice, which is the same one in admin. It's the same one in admin, the keypad, yeah. And the pipes over here and all of that. So I turned it to this, and I got 2 cylinders. I put a base here. I got another one. I made the cylinder a little smaller, and then I put it inside so it looks like soil or dirt. And then I got like, I copied this, the base, and then I made it the same size, and I brought it up just like the one over there, and I made it half transparent. I made it blue, and I also searched for in toolbox. I searched for seaweed or grass, tall grass, and then this popped up right here, which is really nice, so I just inserted that. And I also made the keypad the same, just like the original one, and I had to do a bunch of makeshift parts here. So I got a cylinder as usual. It's like the same one I did from shields, like this. I made it just like fatter and bigger, so it looks like this. And I also added cylinders, and I also added this part, which is in the actual map. And in this is interesting because I searched for in toolbox, I searched for an electric fan, and when electric fan popped up, I think it was this one or one of these definitely. And then I took out the neck of the fan and the base of the fan. I only kept the propeller, and I only kept the, what do you call it? I only kept these parts of the fan, and it looks really good because it's how it looks like in the actual map. And I also kept the lever I had from cafeteria and the storage, and I also put it here, which is nice. And I also added a little curve here, which is not mine. I didn't actually make this curve. It's a bunch of cylinders that are actually placed in like a certain angle, and it's connected to this part, which is really nice. And there's a thing going up. So I also added this part, which is the divert power, originally from here. So I copied it and placed it here. And yeah, that's how O2 look like from this to this.